Hey everybody, it's Here to Stay by Ms.E. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how I created this pixie cut wig on the sewing machine. If you are interested in seeing how I created this wig, keep watching. This wig is a 13 by 6 inch lace frontal wig. It has a lot of versatility in styling and parting space. I created this wig with a 27 piece and also a 13 by 6 inch lace front. This wig can be very versatile in styling. As I said before, you can style this wig into several different styles. It is one wig with several different styling capabilities. Please make sure that you stay tuned for part 2 on how I cut, colored, and styled this pixie cut wig. As you can see, this wig has a very realistic hairline. It looks very natural. That's one of the things that I like about the lace front as opposed to the lace closure. You have a lot of versatility as far as styling with your hairline being exposed at certain times. You can pull the wig back, all the way back. The hair can be combed all the way back, as you will see in part 2 of this video. And as you can see, I've already done about 3 different styles or 3 different looks already with this wig. So right here, I'm starting out with my lace frontal, and I'm creasing the lace. That's going to let me know where the middle of the lace is. That is important because I am going to place it on my wig head, on my cap, and I need to make sure that this is centered in order for it to lay smoothly on the head while I prepare to sew it down. You also want to make sure that the lace frontal is about 1 inch away from the edge of the cap. If you decide to bring it down a little bit lower, that's totally up to you, but just make sure that it lays down flat when you're done. And here I am double checking again, making sure that this lace frontal is centered. So I'm going ahead and putting it in the back. I'm also making sure the back is centered as well. You want to make sure that there are no lumps, no bumps, no puckers, as you see here. You don't want that. You want to make sure that it lays completely flat on the wig head and on to your cap. I am using T-pins. I am using push pins because I misplaced my T-pins, but I'm just being creative and using what I have available. As you can see here, I am making sure that the lace frontal is laying nice and flat and flush to the wig cap. Everything looks nice and centered, and now I can prepare to make my markings. I'm also making sure that the center of the back of the closure is balanced with the center back of the head. And this is what it should look like in the front. I'm going to go ahead and start sewing the lace frontal on. I'm going to start from the left side and I'm going to work my way up to the center. And then I'll proceed on the right side and work my way up to the center. If you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button and share this video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I have another video. Make sure you leave a comment below. So I did go ahead and make my chalk markings off camera. It's basically self-explanatory, but I did use about a ½ inch of spacing in between. And I know a lot of people say you have to make sure that you don't put your partings very close together. Putting them close together actually really works for me. I don't have any shrinkage in my cap, but because I'm using a 27 piece, I need the hair to be really tapered and really close, laying really closely in the back, and that's the reason why my partings are a ½ inch apart. And so I'm going to go ahead and sew the 27 piece on to the wig cap. I used I did not double my tracks up until I got to the middle of the cap. And that's when you're going to see that I started to double my tracks. But right now, in the nape of the neck, where the hair is going to be in the nape, I'm going to only use single tracks. You also want to make sure that you back stitch when you begin your stitching and also when you end each section or each line. You want to make sure that you double stitch. Please make sure you keep a seam ripper handy, because there are times when you may have to take your tracks off of your wig cap. Make sure you have that seam ripper ready in order to remove the tracks if necessary. And as you can see here, I am just laying the tracks on each line and making sure that I'm sewing very carefully. The video was sped up, so you want to really take your time when you're doing this. You want to also make sure that the hair and the wig cap is nice and smooth as you are sewing. And if you watched my other videos where I made wigs on the sewing machine, I said that the reason why I chose to use chalk is because by the time I get to the top of the cap, the chalk has basically disappeared. I personally do not like the permanent markers, the metallic permanent markers, because they are permanent, and I just don't think that that's a good look personally for me when I'm done with my wig, to have that permanent marker inside of my wig. So I choose to use just regular chalk because it disappears really easily by the time I'm done sewing the hair onto the wig cap. But it's your preference, use whatever works for you. So as you can see, I am more than halfway done with sewing. The lace frontal is kind of getting a little loose with all of the manipulation going on, but no worries, because I'm going to reinforce what I hand sewed on with the sewing machine. So I'm going to go over my lace frontal with the sewing machine to reinforce it. So as you can see, there is a double track. And this is right about the time where I started to double my tracks. I'm more than halfway done, and I decided to start doubling my tracks at this point. As you can see, I'm being very diligent to make sure everything is laying nice and smooth so that I can sew the tracks on to the cap without there being any puckering or any hair getting caught in between the tracks or in the sewing machine. And as you can see, I am showing you how I am doubling my tracks here. So right here, I am going through the area that is closest to my lace frontal so that I can access this area where I need to sew more tracks on. It gets really tight and a little challenging, but if you go in through the area where the end of your lace frontal is, it makes it easy for you to access this area. and I'm pulling it out through the other side of the opening. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2, where I show you how I colored, cut, and styled this wig. Also, if you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, leave a comment below, make sure you share and hit the like button. And right now you can see that I am reinforcing my lace frontal. I'm taking my time, I'm going over the area that I've already hand sewed on, and I'm reinforcing that lace frontal so that it stays down nice and secure and smooth. So the wig is complete. I'm going to begin to cut away the excess cap, and I hope that you stay tuned for part 2. And I also hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next video.